Daniel 5. The writing on the wall. Many years later, King Nebuchadnezzar gave a great feast for 1,000 of his nobles, and he drank wine with them. Then, while Nebuchadnezzar was drinking the wine, he gave order to bring in the gold and silver coins that his predecessors Nebuchadnezzar have taken from the temple in Jerusalem. He wanted to drink from them with his nobles, his wives, and his concubines. So they brought these gold cups taken from the temple of the god in Jerusalem. And the king and his nobles, his wives, and his children drank from them. While they drank from there, they praised their idols made of gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Suddenly, they saw the finger of a human handwriting on the plastic wall of the king's palace near the lampstand. The king himself saw the hand as it wrote, and his face turned pale with fright. His knees knocked together in fear, and his legs gave way beneath him. The king shouted for the enchanters, astrologers, and fortune tellers to be brought before him. He said to these wise men of Babylon, "Whoever can read this writing and tell me what it means will be dressed into purple robes of royal honor and will have a gold chain placed around his neck. He will become the third highest ruler in the kingdom." But when the king's wise men had come in, none of them could read the writing or tell him what it meant. So the king grew even more alarmed, and his face turned pale. His nobles were shaken. But when the queen mother heard what was happening, she hurried to the banquet hall. She said to Nebuchadnezzar, "Long live the king! Don't be so pale and frightened. There's a man in your kingdom who has within him the spirit of the holy gods. During Nebuchadnezzar's reign, this man has found to have insight, understanding, and wisdom like the eye of the god. Your predecessor, the king, your predecessor, King Nebuchadnezzar, have made him chief over the magicians, enchanters, astrologers, and fortune tellers of Babylon. This man Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar, has exceptional ability and is filled with divine knowledge and understanding. He can interpret dreams, explain riddles, and solve difficult problems. Call for Daniel, and he will tell you what the writing means." Daniel explains the writing. So Daniel was brought in before the king. The king asked him, "Are you Daniel, one of the exiles from the Judah by my predecessor, King Nebuchadnezzar? I have heard that you have the spirit of God within you, and that you are filled with insight, understanding, and wisdom. My wise men and enchanters have tried to read the word on the wall and tell me their meaning, but they could not do it. I am told that you can give interpretations, and solve difficult problems. If you can read this word and tell me their meaning, you will be clothed in purple robes of royal honor, and you have a gold chain placed around your neck. You become the third highest ruler in the kingdom." Daniel answered the king, "Keep your gifts or give them to someone else. But I will tell you that what the writing means, Your Majesty. The Most High God have sovereignty, majesty, glory, and honor to your predecessor Nebuchadnezzar. He made him so great that people of all race and nation and language tremble before him in fear. He killed those he wanted to kill and spared those he wanted to spare. He honored those he wanted to honor and disgraced those he wanted to disgrace. But when his heart and mind were puffed with the arrogance, he brought down from his royal throne and stripped of his glory. He was driven from human society. He was given the mind of a wild animal, and he lived among the wild monkeys. He ate grass like a cow when he was drenched like the dew of heaven, until he learned that the Most High God rulers have over the kingdom of the world and appoint anyone he desires to rule them. You are his successor, O Belshazzar, and you knew all this, yet you are not humbled yourself. For you proudly defiled the God, Lord of heaven, and you have these cups from his temple brought before you. You and your nobles and your wives or concubines have been drinking wine from the wall, praising God of silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, gods but that neither see nor hear nor know anything at all. But you have not honored the God who gives you the breath of life and controls your destiny. So God has sent his hand to write the message. This is message that was written mene, Pekel, and person. This is what the words mean. Mene means numbered. God has numbered the days of your reign and has brought it to an end. Necho means weight. You have been weighed out the balance that you have not measured out. Parsin means divided. Your kingdom has been divided and give to Medes and Persians. Then all the Belshazzar commenced. Daniel was dressed in purple robes, a gold chain and was hung around his neck, and he was proclaimed the other highest ruler in the kingdom. That very night, Belshazzar, the Babylonian king, was killed. The Darius that met over the kingdom at age of 62.